I'd like to introduce a member of our congregation, a long-term member of our congregation, Arnold Innefeld. Now, Arnold, we have in our ark a Czechoslovakian Torah. Could you give us an idea of what is a Czechoslovakian Torah, Arnold?
During the World War II, the Nazi government destroyed synagogues all over Czechoslovakia. After taking the silver artifacts and the Torahs and storing them in a synagogue in Prague, they planned to open a museum of an extinct society after the war. And that's where the Czechoslovakian Torahs come from.
So, well, what happened to those Torah scrolls?
They resurfaced after the war, and after prolonged negotiations, 1,500 scrolls were given into the care of the Westminster Synagogue of London. They are given to synagogues all over the world on permanent loan. They are never out of the control of the Westminster Synagogue.
Interesting. Well, how did Temple of Oda manage to obtain one of those Torahs?
I read a small article in the newspaper. I got in touch with the person involved in the article and then communicated with the synagogue in London.
Oh, okay. So it was pretty easy. The Westminster Synagogue then just sent us the scrolls.
It was not that easy. There were certain financial obligations that had to be met. First, an honorarium had to be sent to the synagogue so that they could pay the scribes that were repairing scrolls that had been desecrated. And shipping charges to British Airways, these were monies that Temple of Oda had not budgeted for.
Can you show us the Torah, Arnold?
Absolutely. If you just wait 1 second, I will get it out.
Excellent. Well, I see it wasn't a simple effort. So then what did you do?
I spoke to Ed Freed, our temple president, and was given permission to run a small fundraising campaign. I asked for an $18 donation, high, and did not publish a list of donors. Within a month, 1 month, I had collected sufficient monies to go ahead and get the Torah.
Well, okay, I got it so far. Then what happened?
In December of 1980, we received our Torah from England, which had come from Telch, Czechoslovakia. Rabbi Berger examined the Torah and declared that it was kosher. We use it on special occasions and on the high holy days. The synagogue in Telch, after the removal of the Jews from Telch, was utilized for many different purposes. It became a nursery school, it became many different things, and ended up during the communist regime as a secret police station.
Well, Arnold, I understand you have a photo of what it looked like originally?
Originally, this is what the temple looked like.
Got it.
And now, this building is now under the care of the Jewish community of Prague, and this is what it looks like today.
Let me zoom in a little on that so we can take a good look at it. Wow.
Incidentally, if you ask the members of the community, people that live in Telch, where is the Jewish synagogue? They'll say, we don't have one. But if you say, where is the police station? They know exactly where it is.
Well, okay. Now I know how it got here, Arnold, but were there any survivors of the Holocaust itself?
After several years, before Roz and I actually visited Telch, I received an email from the Westminster Synagogue indicating that there were 2 surviving members of the community, one living in Prague and Mr. Henry Hahn, who lived in Richmond, Virginia. Henry and I had a lengthy correspondence. He sent me many pictures, and we discussed his memories in great detail. Henry was responsible for helping to fund the cleaning up of the Jewish cemetery and also many other memorial projects. He sadly passed away several years ago.
Arnold, this is a great story. Before we close, was there anything else you want to add?
As I've said, that being instrumental in securing a permanent home for the Czechoslovakian Torah has been one of the most important things I think I've ever done in my life. I'm proud to have been part of this event. I feel that this Torah is a bridge from the past to the future, and I consider it an honor to have been part of its life. Anyone that is interested in knowing more about this Torah can be in touch with me, Arnold Innerfield, or my co-chair, Dan Hennick, through the temple.
Arnold, thanks very much for sharing your time, your story, and this magnificent document. Take care.
Thank you, Barry.